will not be using our yoga mat. Instead, we will be using socks and a blanket. We will be sliding and gliding. This is a creative and fun class that is great if you are looking to change things up a bit in your yoga practice. Let's begin in a seated position on our blanket or on the floor, making sure that you are comfortable, and just beginning with the breath. Take a big breath in through the nose and a big breath out through the nose. Big breath in and exhale through the nose. Allow each breath to be full and complete. Allow your breath to be an anchor for you throughout your yoga practice, bringing you back into this present moment, reminding you of why you stepped onto your mat or onto your blanket, as the case is today. Inhale, allow your lungs to fill up, and exhale to let it all go. If you would like to, you can set an intention for your practice. This could be devoting your practice to someone, maybe someone that is struggling right now, someone that you are thinking about. It could also be yourself. Maybe your intention is to be extra kind and gentle and loving towards yourself. Maybe your intention is to move more. Maybe it is to find what feels good. Once you have selected something that resonates deeply with you as your intention for class today, repeat it to yourself 3 times. And then take one more big breath as you're ready. And as you exhale, exhale through your mouth, side out. Good, let's begin to move now. Let's move right into our practice. So we'll start by coming into a child's pose, bringing the big toes to touch, knees slightly apart. Blanket is out in front of you. So I have my socks on, blanket out in front. I'm in my child's pose. Hands are on the blanket. Forehead down to the mat. And let's just stay here and breathe for a couple of breaths. If this is uncomfortable for you at all, you can feel free to just grab another blanket for your knees for some extra padding. From here, very slowly, we'll start to bring the blanket towards us, bending the arms as we come up to a seat. Move slowly with control, bringing the elbows in, coming up towards a seat, and then go back into child's pose. Pull the blanket in towards you, lift up through the chest, and then exhale, come back to child's pose, arms extend long. We'll do this about 10 times. You can exhale as you come back to child's pose, and inhale as you pull the blanket in. Make sure you are moving very slowly and with control. As you come back to child's pose, you can bring that blanket out a little bit quicker. As you pull the blanket in towards your knees, move nice and slow. Allow the forehead to tap down to the ground in your child's pose. Notice where you are feeling this in your body. Let's do 2 more. One more here. Come back to child's pose and take 2 breaths there. From here, come up to stand. Your choice, you can just use your socks for this, or you can use your blankets. I'm going to use my blankets, and I'm going to stand on my blankets. We'll bring the hands down to the ground, coming into a forward fold. Allow the chest and the belly to rest down onto the legs. Lift the hips up a little bit more towards the ceiling. Relax the neck and the shoulders. Inhale, come into a halfway lift. Lengthen out through the spine. And exhale, forward fold. From here, press into the palms and start to come into a plank, sliding the feet back, straightening out the legs. Feet go all the way back, plank pose. Slide the feet back in. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold down. Plant the palms down, slide back into your plank. Hold here. Slide the feet back in to the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold down. Plant your palms down, slide the feet back. Inhale here. Exhale, slide the feet back in. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold down over the legs. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Arms reach up. Exhale, hands come down through heart center. Inhale, reach up. Moving into some sun salutations with the blanket. Or with your socks if that's what you're using. Fold forward, hands plant down, slide back to plank. Lift the hips up to your down dog. So in your down dog, your feet will be closer towards the hands than where they normally are because of the socks or because of the blanket. Now slide forward towards the hands, feet meet the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Arms reach up. Exhale, hands come down through heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to fold down over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands plant down. Slide the feet back into your plank. Lift the hips up. Slide the feet forward a little bit so you can come into your down dog. Good. From here, look forward to your hands. Slide the feet into your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold down over the legs. Let's continue. Inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, hands come down to heart center. Inhale, reach up, grow tall. Exhale, come down over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms down, fingers spread wide apart. Extend the legs far back behind you, come into your plank. Lift the hips up. Bring the feet closer in towards the hands a little bit. So you're in your downward facing dog. Take a couple of breaths here. Breathing in and out through the nose. Let's bring the feet back in towards the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, come all the way up to stand, reach up. Exhale, hands come down through heart center. Let's do one more sun salutation. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to fold down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms down to the ground. Fingers spread nice and far apart. Slide the feet back. Lift the hips up. Sliding the feet a little bit forward. So you're in your downward facing dog. Let's stay here for 5 breaths. Notice how your hamstrings are feeling. Notice how your shoulders are feeling. Breathe and stay in the pose for 1 more breath. Good, slide the feet forward to meet the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold down over the legs. Inhale to come all the way up. Exhale, hands come down through your heart center. Let's come back down to the ground. You'll have the blanket folded. Make sure it's folded so that when you lie down onto your belly, legs are bent, feet towards the sky, and your blanket will be able to cover towards your up to your chest and down, covering your thighs. So from your chest to your knees. So once you have it folded like that, and you're on your belly, knees are bent, you'll reach your arms out in front of you, fingers spread nice and far apart, arms are straight, press into the palms to pull yourself forward. These are called Sphinx slides. So use your back strength to pull yourself forward, bending the arms as you come into a Sphinx. Lift the chest up. Extend your arms back out, and let's do that again. Lift the chest up as the arms bend. Lower the chest down and push yourself back so that we can do that once again. Arms extend nice and long out in front of you, forehead to the ground. Fingers spread nice and far apart. Press into all 10 fingers to pull yourself forward. Once the blanket meets your elbows, lift up through your chest. Extend arms down to the mat. Inhale to pull yourself forward into your Sphinx. Continuing like this. Once you reach the end of your space, once again, just start back at the beginning, and we'll repeat a few more. Notice where you feel this in your body. If you need to take a break at any point, please do that. Remember that this is your practice, but feel good about all the strength that you're cultivating along the back side of your body. Let's do one more round, starting at the back of our space. Arms stretch out in front, forehead towards the ground. Hold yourself forward, bending the arms, and continue. Once you reach the top of your space, pull yourself back. From here, come into a child's pose. Big toes together, knees slightly apart, arms stretch out long, hands on the blanket. Forehead resting down. Again, you can have another blanket to rest your knees on if your knees are feeling sensitive here. Let's now bring the blanket towards us as we start to sit up slightly, reach the chest up, and then come back to child's pose. We'll do about 10 of those. Go at your own pace. You don't have to follow with me. You can go slower or faster. Make sure you are going in a controlled motion though, especially as you move out of your child's pose and as you bend your arms. Let's do 2 more. Last one here. Come to child's pose and take 2 breaths. From here, we'll come to plank. I'm not going to be using my blanket. I'll just be using my stocks. So I'll place the blanket off to the side, coming into plank. Fingers spread nice and far apart in your plank. Legs extend back. Find a nice, strong, long plank. From here, let's take the right leg off to the side. Take it as far off to the side as you can, maybe towards the hands. Then take it back to plank, and let's do the other side. Take the left leg out as far to the left side as you can, maybe up towards the hands, and keep repeating. Right, and then left. Let's do 1 more on each side. Again, with this you can go as fast or as slow as you like. Set the knees down and sit down onto your feet. Take a couple of breaths here. If you would prefer, you can come into a cross-legged position to sit. Breathe in and out through your nose. Allow your breath to center you and ground you. Okay, come back into plank. Moving on to something different. This time, bring your right knee towards your right tricep. Slide the foot in, keeping the foot on the ground. Slide the foot back. Other side, left foot to left tricep, slide it back. Keep going, switching sides each time. Going at your own pace. Shoulders are stacked over the wrist. Let's do 1 more on each side. Right side, left side. Come down to have a seat, either kneeling or cross-legged. Just take a couple of breaths here, in and out through your nose. Okay, let's come back into plank. This time, let's bring the right knee towards the left tricep. So opposite knee, opposite elbow for tricep. Extend it back and switch sides. Keep going, move at your own pace. Stay with me now if you can. Right knee, left tricep, left knee, right knee, left knee, right knee, left knee, right knee, left knee, right knee, left knee, one more, right knee, left knee. Good, set the knees down, come to our seats. Take 2 big breaths. Good, come back into plank. And we're gonna do some mountain climbers with our socks. So bring the right knee in towards your chest, leaving the foot on the ground so it can slide in. Extend it back. Left knee towards the chest. Right knee, left knee, right knee, left knee, right knee, left, right, 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 left. Good, come to plank. Stay in plank. Good, set the knees down. Come to your seats. Good, come up to stand. Inhale, reach your arms up, grow tall, fold forward, hinging from the hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Hands plant down, fingers spread nice and far apart. Slide your feet back into plank. Good, slide the feet back into the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold over the legs. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Exhale. Hands come down to heart center. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands come down through heart center. Fold forward over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Find length through your spine. Plant the palms down, slide the feet back. Lift the hips up. Find your shortened down dog. Come back to plank, shoulders over the wrists. Slide the feet in. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold down over the legs. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Exhale, hands come down to heart center. One more time here. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands come down to heart center. Fold forward over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant the palms down. Slide the feet back. Plank. Come to down dog, lift the hips up. Bring the feet a little bit closer in. Come to plank. Slide the right foot in towards the hands. Slide it back to plank. Left foot in towards the hands. Back to plank. Bring the feet in towards the hands. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold down over the legs. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Exhale. Hands come down through heart center. Let's bring the hands onto the hips and slide the right. We're going to move into some sliding lunges. So we'll start by sliding the right foot back. Most of the weight is on the left foot. So slide the right foot back, coming into a lunge. Slide it back to meet the left foot. And let's continue. Slide the right foot back behind you. Slide it back to meet the left foot. 3 more. Come into your lunge. Come back up to stand. So as you come into the lunge, the left knee is over the left ankle. Come back up to stand. 1 more. Come back to stand. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant the palms down. Slide the feet back. Hold here in your plank. Good. Slide the feet back in towards your hands. Find a forward fold. Grab opposite hand to opposite elbow. Allow everything to just hang out here. Dangle your head down towards the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen out through your spine and through the crown of your head. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Hands come down through your heart center. Let's do those lunges on the other side. Hands can come on the hips, or if you prefer, hands to heart center. If you want an extra challenge, arms can reach up overhead. So the right leg this time is not moving. The left leg will be lunging forward and back. So let's slide the left foot back into the lunge. Right knee is directly over the right ankle. Slide it back to meet the front foot. Slide it back into your lunge and keep going. We'll do about 5 of these. Let's do 2 more. Good. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms down. Slide your feet back into plank. Slide the right foot in toward your chest. Come back to plank. Slide the left foot in toward your chest. Come back to plank. Lift the hips up, coming to down dog. From here, slide the feet forward to meet the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold down. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Reach up. Hands come down through your heart center. Let's grab that blanket once again. Come into child's pose. Again, you can use that second blanket for your knees if you like. Coming into those child's pose slides. So hands are on the blanket. Big toes touch, knees come apart. Forehead rests onto the mat. Take a couple of breaths here. And then let's begin. So pull the arms back towards you, slide the blanket in, lift the chest up, and then allow the blanket to come back to its starting position. Continue this movement. You know what to do. We've done this a few times before. So just get into the movement. Notice how it feels in your body. Let's do 2 more. And then make your way back into child's pose and rest there for a couple of breaths. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. Come up to a seat. And we're going to use the blanket now. So come into a low lunge on your blanket, still using the socks. Bring the left leg out in front of you into your low lunge to start. Hands on the hips. Extend your left leg out straight. You can either have your hands on your hips or you can have them down on the mat. Not on the mat, on the ground. So I'm going to start with the hands on the hips. And you're going to slide the left foot out forward and slide it back in. Start with a small range of motion. And then as you feel more comfortable, maybe you make the motion a little bit bigger. Make sure you are moving slow and with control. Let's do one more here. Slide it back in. Good. And then come to a kneeling position. And then bring the other leg out, the right foot out in front. You're in a low lunge. Take a breath here. You can have your hands wherever you would like them. Extend your right leg long and then start to move into your half splits slide. So slide the right leg out, slide it back in. Always start with a small range of motion, and then as you feel more comfortable with it, you can make it bigger. Challenging yourself a little bit more if that feels okay for your hamstring. Let's do one more here. Good. This is such good work for the back of the legs. Come into a kneeling position. And now I'll start by doing the other side first so you can see good. So I'll extend the right leg out to the side, so kind of like in gate pose. And then same thing here, we're gonna slide the right leg out. Slide it back in, slide it out. We'll do about 5 of these. Feel your left hip and your left thigh hug in to help you bring the right leg back in. Good, let's try the other side now. So come into the kneeling position and then extend the left leg off to the side, coming into gate pose. Slide it out to the left side, slide it back in. Try to keep your shoulders directly over the hips. Hands are on the hips, sit up nice and tall. Let's do 3 more. One more here. Slide it out, slide it back in, and come to a seat on your blanket. We'll take 5 breaths here. Breathe in and out through your nose. Maybe you take a moment here to come back into your intention that you set at the beginning of class. What are you feeling right now? What are you noticing? What is coming up for you? Good. Place the blanket off to the side. Come to a seated position with your legs extended out long. Hands are on the ground on either side of your hips. Fingers spread nice and far apart. Sit up, shoulders over the hips, crown of the head reaching towards the ceiling. Engage your core. We're going to be working on our L sits here. So press into the fingers, into the hands. To slide the feet back towards you, lift the hips up. Slide the feet as far back as you can towards the hands, and then slide the feet forward, set the hips down. We'll try 4 more of those. Make sure as you come back to the starting position, your fingers are spread nice and far apart, hands planted firmly down to the ground, right next to your hips. So slide the feet back as you lift the hips up, press into the hands, slide the feet forward, set the hips down. Good, 3 more. Engage your core. 2 more. Set the hips down. Let's do 1 more. Good. Let's take a break here. Take a couple rounds of breaths. And then from here, we'll use our blanket as we lie down. We'll lie down on our blanket, and we'll do a little bit more work for our hamstrings. Bend your legs, feet come just so you're setting up for bridge pose. Feet planted down, arms rest down onto the blanket. Lift the hips up into your bridge pose. And then start to slide the feet out, straightening the legs, coming into a nice long bridge pose. Notice all this good work for your hamstrings. Slide the feet back in if you can. Otherwise, set the hips down and slide them back in with the hips down. Lift the hips up. Slide the feet out. Your choice. Hips stay lifted or hips come down to slide the feet back in. And continue with this for a few more. Let's do one more. Inhale, slide the feet out. Exhale, come back in. Feet come towards the hips. Hips lower down. Bring one hand to your belly, one hand to your heart. Take the knees from side to side. Knees go left, then knees go right. From here, extend the legs out long. And start to take the right leg off to the right side. As far as you can, sliding it on the ground. Come back to center next to the left leg. And slide the left leg off to the side as far as you can. Bring the left foot back next to the right foot and keep going a few more times. One more each side. Slide the right foot out, right leg out. Come back to center. Left leg slides out. Bring the left leg back next to the right. Take a breath here. From here, finishing off our practice with a supine twist before Shavasana. So you'll extend your arms off to a T, legs are bent in a tabletop position, 90 degrees. Release the legs over towards the right hand side, and then you can turn to look towards your left hand, if that feels okay for your neck. One more big breath here. Allow your lungs to fill up with all that air, and then let it all go as you exhale. Come back to center, and then just take it over to the other side, so legs will go to the left. If you would like, if it feels okay for your neck, you can look towards the right hand. So looking in the opposite direction as your knees. Settle into your twist, come fully into your breath. Start to release from your twist and come back towards center. Release the legs long, come into your Shavasana. You can unfold the blanket so that you are resting your whole body on the blanket. So you have that support. Take up lots of space here in your Shavasana. Make yourself comfortable. Notice how you are feeling at the end of your practice. thank yourself for moving your body, for trying something a little bit different, for using different muscles. For being willing to play and experiment a little bit. Completely allow yourself to rest here. Be right here, right now. Enjoying this space that you have created throughout your practice. And allow this to be a time of integration. Allow everything to come together. All of the strength that you were working on, the challenges, the breathing, all of the sliding and the gliding. And know that you can come back to however you are feeling right now. You can come back to this feeling off of your mat, off of your blanket, and enjoy this feeling and this experience at any point that you would like to. I'll leave you to rest in your Shavasana. Please stay here for as long as you would like. Take your time. Thank you so much for joining me for your practice today. I hope you have a wonderful day.